This video details the installation of a residential artesian well in accordance with current standards, ensuring year-round access to high-quality drinking water. Do you need a well? I meant an artesian well. And since you're responsible for providing your guests with quality drinking water, make sure the well is installed by a professional, a well digger. An artesian well is a borehole drilled into the ground, generally as far as the bedrock, to extract the water that is found there naturally. To hold the soil in place and act as a water pipe, a steel casing pipe is anchored in the bedrock with a drive shoe. The casing also prevents the infiltration of surface water. The section drilled into the bedrock usually doesn't require casing. Sometimes the water naturally rises to the surface, but most of the time, the water stays below ground level. A pump is then added to supply water to the building. The well must be equipped with a secure cover that is resistant to the weather, contaminants, vermin, and water infiltration. The well must not be obscured by plants or buildings. It must remain visible at all times. If you no longer plan to maintain the well, you must seal it by capping it off. Consult the official regulation and follow all recommendations. No one can know for sure whether the soil in your property contains water or how deep it runs. While your neighbor might hit water 60 meters or 200 feet down, yours could be located some 120 meters or 400 feet in depth. But one thing's for sure, your well digger can advise you on the best ways to go about finding water on your property. Ideally, you should build a soil mound around the well to improve drainage of rainwater and prevent water from stagnating around it. The well must also be located at least 15 meters or 50 feet away from a septic tank, and at least 30 meters or 100 feet away from the following: a septic field, an agricultural plot, a cemetery, a slurry pit, a composting area, a livestock raising facility, or a yard or pasture. If the size of the site is problematic, consult the regulation and follow all recommendations. In 0 to 20-year floodplain zones, it is forbidden to drill any new wells. In 20 to 100-year floodplain zones, wells must be sealed. Once your well is installed, you may face the problem of a lack of water. The basic water requirement is estimated at 250 liters per person per day. If your system isn't able to provide this, it could be due to the design of the well itself. For example, a lack of depth, in which case work must be carried out to reach the groundwater. Or it could be that the well is dug deep enough, but that the water flow is insufficient. Or there could be an accumulation of sediment in the groundwater arteries that surround the well. In the two last cases, it may be necessary to perform hydraulic fracturing, that is, a process that injects water at high pressure to dislodge the sediment and force open channels in the rock to maximize the well's output. A seal, also called a bentonite collar, can sometimes be installed around the circumference of the steel casing to make your well watertight. This technique involves drilling a hole 10 centimeters or 4 inches greater than the nominal diameter of the casing for the initial 5 meters or 16.5 feet of the artesian well. This space is then filled with bentonite. Sometimes a well must be sealed if, for instance, the septic field is less than 30 meters or 100 feet away from the well, due to a lack of space on your land. The bedrock is located less than 5 meters or 16.5 feet from the surface of the ground, you have to drill in a 20 to 100 year floodplain zone, or if, following changes to the official regulation, your well has become non-compliant. For example, it is now forbidden to build a well in a 0 to 20 year floodplain zone. In some situations, a person authorized by a professional order must certify the sealing work. It is recommended that you conduct one water analysis per year, and that you also have the water tested at the slightest doubt. There can be many sources of water contamination: non-water tightness of the cover or seal, or a degradation of materials, no mound or slope around the well to keep surface water runoff away from it, a faulty septic system, unsanitary conditions, such as those caused by manure spreading or other activities generating fecal matter nearby, and contamination caused by heavy rain, periods of thaw, or a geology that causes surface water to infiltrate too quickly. This is especially true of older generation wells. A non-watertight steel pipe or a groundwater artery that's very close to the surface could contaminate your well, making your water appear cloudy or brownish. In such cases, work should be undertaken to quickly correct the situation or bring it to the attention of the person responsible for the source of the contamination. If you detect the unpleasant smell of rotten eggs, this means that a gas known as hydrogen sulfide is present in your water. To remove this gas, or any other element that can affect your water quality, such as limescale, iron, or bacteria, consult a water treatment specialist. They're best suited to help you solve the problem. If, after having eliminated all possible trouble sources, your water still does not meet quality standards, you should consider installing one or more treatment devices specially designed for this purpose. Performing a visual inspection of the well and conducting a water flow test are the best ways to detect and prevent problems. Also, be sure to inspect the well when buying or selling a property. Sometimes it's necessary to disinfect your well. This procedure must be carried out diligently. It helps prevent bacteria from growing in your well, your pumping system, and your water pipes. In Quebec, the standards for constructing a well are set by the Water Withdrawal and Protection Regulation, or WWPR. Before drilling an artesian well, you must ensure that you meet the criteria established by the regulation in effect. Before you begin the work, you must complete an application that includes a layout of the planned location and desired capacity of the well. The document must then be sent to the local or regional municipality for approval. For high-quality drinking water and lasting peace of mind, trust our team. Experto, it's over 10,000 completed drillings and installations, meeting the highest industry standards. Its unmatched expertise built over nearly 50 years, available year-round. To learn more about our well drilling, pumping, and water treatment services, contact us today.